I've got another film I'm going to on DVD that I'm going to review. It's stars Dustin Hoffman and Meryl Streep, and it's called Kramer versus Kramer. It's a winner. I can't quite. Well, a winner of it was a winner of 5 Oscars in 1979. Best Picture. I can't really read it very well. I'll read it. I'll read the. I can't really read it very well from behind my phone. I can only just about see it. It's a winner of. It was a winner of 5 Oscars in 1979. Best Picture, Best Actor Dustin Hoffman, Best Supporting Actress Meryl Streep, Best Director Robert Benton, but Best Screenplay Adapter Robert Benton. And I've watched the extras on it, and there's a little documentary about the making of it. When special features for Finding the Truth, making Kramer versus Kramer documentary. I can't read that from behind my phone. But filmographies, theatrical trailer, interactive menus features choices of language choice, multiple language subtitles, scene selections. Well, it says I've watched the documentary about the making of it, and at the time when Dustin Hoffman was casting the part of the husband whose wife is leaving him, he was actually going through a divorce himself at the time, so it was so something that he was. It's a divorce is something that a large percentage of people go through, isn't it? Winner of 5 Academy Awards, Kramer versus Kramer is a groundbreaking drama about the heartbreak of divorce and the struggle between work and family. The young husband and father, Ted Kramer, Dustin Hoffman, loves his family and his job, which is where he spends most of his time. When he returns home late one evening from work, his wife Joanna, Meryl Streep, confronts him and then leaves him to take care of their 6-year-old son while she goes off to find herself. Ted struggles with the demands of balancing a high-pressure career while trying to adapt to his new role of single parent. Just as Ted starts to feel like a fulfilled parent, Joanna returns, but this time she wants her son back. So what happens is he's just going home to his wife to tell her about something exciting that's happened to him at work, some sort of promotion or something. If you look on Wikipedia, it'll tell you what it is on there. And she sort of, just as if before he gets the chance to even finish what he's saying, she says, "I'm leaving you," and he doesn't pick it up what she's saying to him straight away. Then she says, "I'm leaving you." She says, "I'm leaving you and my son, because he doesn't ever realise that he doesn't need me anymore." And she just goes down in his lift and leaves him. And she says, I don't think my son needs me anymore. I think he's better off without me." So she just leaves him to look after this boy on his own. And it's a difficult situation for him, and his neighbour, or one of his neighbours, comes and he tells her what's happened, and he wants to know if she's put her up to it. You know, he's just annoyed about the situation, and it's on a couple of occasions he's with his son, and she's stood watching them on the first time. It shows you her. She stood watching them from a distance, and I don't know whether he sees her or not the first time, but the second time she stood watching them. She stood watching them from a distance. He sees her, and she's hanging round them because she wants a son. She wants a son. She wants to get custody of the boy, and she tells him this, and they have to go. But when someone wants to get custody of their child, they have to go to court over it, don't they? And this is what happens. I think she says. I think that the problem has been that he's been more interested in his job really than the marriage really, and that's why it's just gone to pot. Anyway, the courts award custody to her, and at the end of it, she changes her mind and says she comes to collect the boy, but she can't take him home with her. She says, I've come to say I came to take my son home, and then I realised he is home. So even though she's been awarded custody of this boy by the court, she can't take him from her father. She just leaves him. Leaves the boy with him in the end, and that's how it ends. And it's a very sad situation, divorce. A few, at least two of my cousins that I know of have gone through it. And it's happened to so many people. My best friend, when he was in his 40s, he had this dream that he wanted to get married, really, and he just went through with it. And after just 3 months, they were getting separated. But what's it? Columbia Pictures presents a Stanley Jaffe production. Dustin Hoffman in Kramer vs. Kramer. Meryl Streep. Jane Alexander introducing Justin Henry. Director of Photography Nestor Almendros. Based on a novel by Avery Corman. Produced by Stanley R. Jaffe. Written for the screen and directed by Robert Benton. And it's PG. It's when it was first released in cinemas, the British Board of Film Censors gave it an A certificate, which stands for adult, which means that it can be shown to a child of any age, but may be more suitable for adults. Well, I seem to remember my best friend mentioning that when he went to see it in his local cinema, it was actually a double A, which that meant that it was restricted to viewing by persons of 14 and over. Well, there is brief nudity in it, because He also mentioned that Rocky 3 was a double A, but that was given an A certificate by the British Board of Film Censors. But according to him, he seemed to remember mentioned it was a double A because of the violent box scenes in it. But the British Board of Film Censors give ratings to films, but they don't have any legal powers over what can and can't be shown to persons of a particular age. The town council who are responsible for deciding what films The town council are responsible for film censorship, and they decide what films what films can and cannot be shown in cinemas in their area, and they decide what scenes need to be edited out of them and what rating they should be given. So it was probably right. They probably decided that Kramer versus Kramer wasn't suitable for children under 14 because of the brief nudity in it. There was a particular film. A lot of people would have heard of it in the early 70s. It was called Deep Throat, and it was very popular in America, but in Britain it was banned as it was hardcore. It was hardcore pornographic. Hardcore pornographic films weren't allowed to be shown in Britain at that time, but one of my friends who's a fair bit older than me says he told me he remembered going to see it in his local cinema, and it wasn't a full uncut film. It was an edited version of it, and sometimes very often the town council do allow edited versions of banned films to be shown in their area. But this is a brilliant film. If you've ever gone through a divorce, you can sympathise with the characters in it and what they're going through, and also if your parents got divorced when you were a child, you can sympathise with the or empathise, whatever the word is, with the experience the child is going through. It's as I say, it won plenty of. I've already mentioned that it was a winner of 5 Oscars, as I've already said. Yeah, I can see it now. Winner of 5 Oscars: Best Picture, Best Actor Dustin Hoffman, Best Supporting Actress Meryl Streep, Best Director Robert Benton, Best Screenplay adapted Robert Benton. So it's quite a good film. I've never gone through the experience of divorce myself. I've never actually been married, so I don't really know what it's like. Anyway, I'll be back soon with more material to be posted on my YouTube. Anyway, bye for now.